I am back, about to do some capture the flag on Carrington. Anyway, you guys owe this video to Funk TZ. He just tweeted me and said, make a video, Saken. I tweeted out. I don't know what they've done, but we had an update. And I don't know if it's just me, but the sound on the game is awesome again. It's like when the game first started. I got into a game and I was hearing so many footsteps, I didn't know what to do. I literally was murdering noobs because I could hear every way they were coming. Death, right, death. You see, I said death, not left. Death, right, death. And I was putting these guys down. It was too easy. Maybe it's just me. Or maybe the game just loved me today, but whatever it is, I'm happy about it. So anyway, let's get into this map. Now, you guys see me camp this map, so I'm not going to go too much into how I'm actually camping this map. I'm doing all the techniques I've showed you. I'm getting into the proper rooms with the proper line of sights. Of course, I'm placing my trip mines where they go. And might I add, I have over 14,000 trip mine kills. I am murdering people with that thing. Now, this is kind of a noobish lobby, but I owe it to two guys that's in this video. I think they were in my last video. I think we were on USS Texas and I talked about some quicks and some AJ that always parties up. Guess what? I ran into these guys again, but guess what? They're on my team. So I ain't got to worry about these two guys going against me. So guess what? I'm going to play off these guys. Look at this. Where is he coming? I love when people wear this resistance. They think it gives them an advantage, but all it does is let you know they're nearby and puts you on high alert to lay them down. Look at this guy. He about to get shot up. Look, I talk about people shooting teammates and I did the same thing. But here's the difference. Look at my mini map. I couldn't see him on the mini map. It was blurred out because of the resistance. So I didn't know if he was a teammate or not. All I know is I heard him. And when I hear him, I got to lay him down. So what I'm going to do in this gameplay is I'm going to go ahead and pick my opponents off, take my time. Look at this. Ooh, he wasn't ready. See, here's the problem. He gave himself away. He kept shooting and he gave his location away. You know, I find that noobs make a lot of the same mistakes in this game. And being that I once was a noob, I used to make these mistakes too. A lot of the mistakes you make is, one, not having any type of strategy. Now, don't get me wrong. Some of you guys are like these awesome players and you can run around at the speed of light. Your hand and eye coordination is so good and you can just like smack people. Well, that's not the reality for most people. Most people got to develop that with time. But the first thing you got to learn is game awareness. You know, a lot of people just don't have awareness of the game. And what's game awareness? Understanding the spawns, the mini map, and the flow of the maps. Now, don't get me wrong. When you first get into a game, you don't know any of that stuff, but that's why you take your time, you be a little patient, and you learn it. And also, too, you got to learn what works best for you. Now, just because I'm a camper doesn't mean I want everybody camping. Everybody doesn't need to rush. Everybody doesn't need to snipe. You know, I've always been a supporter of people playing the way they want to play. And that mentions I ran into another guy today, and I've ran into him several times. And you know what? We partied up. I really respected that. I was talking to the guy and he said, you know, once upon a time he raised the way people play, but now he understands how the game works. And like, for example, I use a lot of trip mines, but he's like, why would people complain when there are plenty of perks to counter the trip mine? And I was like, that's what I've been saying. And so me and this guy was vibing. But the one thing I liked is I went against a few people lately and it hasn't been hate. I've been getting into games, people I've seen probably through the whole cycle of the game. Now they're getting on the mic. And I don't know if they even know I'm a YouTuber. But, you know, it's a respect thing. Like, hey, man, that was a good game, man. You know, hey, instead of going at each other, let's party up. And so I've actually made some new friends on the game because I'm finding people are actually being more congratulating instead of being hating. And that's what I always say. If you get in a game and someone go in and you go in, the first thing shouldn't be there. You know, you can fill in a blank or call them a name or you suck or kid, you garbage. How about, man, hey, that was a pretty good game, man. You want to team up? If not, come on, let's go at it again. And I've been finding that lately. Did all the turds leave the game? Did they all go to Fortnite? I can't say all of them. But man, Fortnite is doing us a favor. Go ahead and take these try-hard crybabies. You know, I've been talking about these guys for years. And when I call you a try-hard crybaby or a crybaby rusher, I'm not talking about rushing in general. I'm talking about the people with the superior attitude, the people who think that their style is the only way to play, the ones who cry over every single little thing, the ones who I don't think are that good. Honestly, I think a good player adapts. A good player don't care if you're camping. I've had some really good people I played against, and you know what? They flushed me out. I've had people force me to change my style up. Yeah, I like to camp hard, but sometimes I got to go with C4 and I got to push it because these guys they're too adaptive. Like okay, I camp one time. Next thing you know, everything, they're wearing armor. They're C4 on me. They're getting me on my spot, which it forces me to step my game up. And I appreciate that competition because if every game was like this, you think I would have fun all the time? You know I would. I'm just messing with you. I probably would. I love destroying noobs like this or noob parties or getting on with people who just like shooting fish in a bucket. every now and then I like a game like this. So I'm in here, I'm in their spawn and just taking them out. And all it takes is a grenade up here. Now, a really good player would keep chucking grenades up here until they get me. Now, I may be able to dodge a few, but if they keep coming, are you running Saboteur? Guess what? You're going to take me out. And so I find that the crybabies are the wannabe YouTubers. I mean, I don't know how many of these guys are actually streamers and YouTubers, and they're raging every time on a game. I'm like, why? You need to play something else. If this game is about to give you a brain aneurysm, you're playing the wrong game. But anyway, look at this. First half went flawless. You know, I'm only 14-0. I wasn't pushing the pace too much. I wasn't trying to play outside of my range. I was camping. I'm using a Voke instead of the Lewis. Ain't that a miracle? And I'm just, you know, kind of playing smart. And I'm feeding off these two guys. Like I said, these two guys are teammates. They were in my last video. Sorry, I kind of murked you guys. But I know the way they play, so guess what? I feed off that. And I'm going to address another thing. A lot of people talk about the way I don't play the objective. And I always got to explain to them how I'm playing the objective. Just because I don't go after the flag doesn't mean I'm not making it easy for someone else to go after the flag. I really do like when I have at least 1 or 2 hardcore objective players on my team. That's like the guy I met today. He's a hardcore objective player. He doesn't care about his KD. He said he doesn't care if he goes negative. He wants to get that flag and get 4 caps. And I'm like, I can respect that. You know? He's not the kind that's getting the flag and just dying over and over. He's getting it, you know, being, you know, a team player. And I'm like, you know, that's what it's all about. And I don't mind. If you're one of these noobs that want to die every 3 seconds, go for it. Matter of fact, I like when you're on the opposite team too, because guess what? I keep killing you. That's kind of what feeds me. If you guys have been watching this game, I feed off the players that put no thought process. I feed off the players that keep going in the same direction. Now, I know I get a lot of these guys like, me and my party was in here, we let you down, but you and your party's not in here. This is what an average game looks like. And don't get me wrong, sometimes you get really sweaty games, but if you haven't noticed, or if you haven't learned this by now, the sweats come out at a certain time. I mean, literally, on the weekend, every little kid that's out of school popping pimples and playing COD. And they're in 5-man parties squeaking you to death. But also at nighttime, I find during the day, the lobbies are easier. Maybe that's just my experience. If you get on 8, 9, 10 o'clock during the day, guess what? You have some other handicapped dads like myself and old men out here playing. And guess what? The competition's a little easier. At nighttime, I find it to be a little more sweaty. And that's when you see these turds live streaming too, to be honest. So you got to realize learning the game, learning the proper times to play, it's all part of the game. You can get on when you find it less sweaty, but I find most lobbies are like this. Don't get me wrong, I have days where every lobby's sweaty, and you know what? Sometimes you got to play those. I call those up your skill games. I mean, I'm not sitting there trying to shoot a YouTube video. I'm not trying to record. I'm just trying to get out here and improve. And I like the challenge. I like to get into these games and go at these people. I don't care if I go 24-1. Okay, instead of 75-1. Okay, say 24-10. You know, a pretty average game. You know, when your KD's up there and you're rocking 2 and 3 KDs, that's what a game looks like. Why do you think why do you think I don't have a 40 KD? If every lobby was like this, my KD would be 40 and 50. But in reality, I do play a lot of competition, so it kind of evens out your KD. And I'm not backing away from any competition. I'm not backing away from any clans. Now, there are times where I run into people and I ran into them a million times. So like, okay, I already know what to expect. Some YouTuber that spawns trap and you get into the lobby, and if you got all noobs on your team, they're going to spawn trap you. Now, I love when I run into those guys and I happen to have a half decent team. That half decent team, and we make them tap out. And that's what you find. A lot of these guys, if they can't control the game and they can't control the spawns and they can't take over, they could be winning. They could have 2 captures, but because you're stopping them from getting their V2 rockets, they quit out. That happens so often, and I laugh. I was just playing a game, Flag Tower, maybe a game or 2 before this, and we're out on the Flag Tower, and the same thing was happening. It was a party. I didn't even realize it was a party. Once again, I'm playing with the guy I met. It's me, him, and one of his other friends, and we're like a 3-man. They're like a 5-man. And so we're playing against each other. And I noticed like they were going hard. So we going hard. I had to pull out the Voke. I pull out the C4. I think I was like maybe 16-6 at the time. And all of a sudden they all leave the lobby. And they leave the one noob and we chase him around for the next 10 minutes, killing him. And he taps out like right towards the end. But that's what you find. A lot of people lack the desire for competition. Now, I'm not judging you on that. If you want all easy lobbies, man, get all easy lobbies. I'm so past, you know, calling people just turds for that, because so many people do it. And sometimes I'm in that mode. Sometimes I get on with people and then you get into a lobby and these guys are just, it's not that they're good. Sometimes people play annoying. Like me. I know I annoy certain people, and like, you have the option. Go ahead and leave out the lobby. But you ever been in a lobby and you get on with 5 people sniping and they're all standing in the back of the map and you can't even move because they got the lanes locked up? If you're playing capture the flag, they're not going to go for the flag at all. They're not even thinking about the flag, but they're locking the lanes down, and all you're doing is getting your hit sniped off. You don't have to stay in that. But that's what I'm talking about by like annoying. Like, don't get me wrong, I found that if anyone is really good at something, it could be annoying. I don't care if you're a good camper, you're a good rusher, you're a good sniper. If you're good at something on this game, people are kind of not going to like you and they're going to talk about you. I know everybody wants everybody to rush, but imagine if everybody was the Mark of J. Or somebody with some really good hand and eye coordination, like you're playing Dismal every game. Nobody wants that. So here's the fact, we're all not equal in the game, so we kind of like a balance in the game. I don't mind if there's one good player in the game, but if you're going against a 5-6 men and they're just really awesome at this game, it's like going against a team full of me. Imagine if this was 6-man Seiken Mad Rajas. You know how many people would probably quit out? We all sitting back here holding the spawn. We're all sitting back here controlling the lanes. We're all picking you off with LMGs. I know it's not necessarily fun. That's why I don't encourage that with everybody. I actually encourage people to mix it up. Mix your team up. I've always said that from the beginning. The best team has maybe 1 or 2 campers. You got 1 or 2 like Slayer rushers, and you got someone that's going for the objective. And you know what that's called? That's called MLG. That's what you see when you go to MLG events. It's exactly like that. Ooh, look at that. I got that V2 rocket. Now I know I'm doing a little bit of noob hunting on this game. And that's what it was all about. I was just taking these guys out. I knew what my competition was. I knew I had on my team. I know no one was going to push the flag. And sometimes I like that. Because when no one pushes the flag, that means the game's going to go ahead and go 4 rounds. So you'll get a longer game. Now, why do I like that? 1, more kills. 2, more score, which means you rank up faster. And you can just go noob hunting. You can just go in for a kill fest. That's what it feels like when you're playing games like this. Look at this guy. He thinks he's slick. He's trying to come underneath me. I can hear you. Where you going to go? He's going to die because I had C4. Well, not C4. I had trip mine sandwiches. And right now, we're just laying these guys down. Look at this. Nobody's winning the game. They haven't gotten a flag. We haven't gotten a flag. And it's only 4 seconds left. And I'm just chilling back right now in case anybody else come. But I'm going to show you guys something. I'm about to end this part of the gameplay. And I'm going to skip over because I don't want to watch the first overtime. Basically, I'm 42-0. We're going to go into the next overtime. I'm just going to keep killing these people. I'm going to keep laying them down. But I want to show this for a reason. I want to show you guys I am not just some guy being greedy trying to up my KD. First, I'm going to show you me dying. This is the 1 death in the game. Now, look at this. This is going to lead to me being a team player. Like, I thought I had it easy. First of the game, someone did that. Now, what I said about adapting, that's how I adapted. That happened early in the game. Guess what? I wouldn't put my head out there anymore. He would have taught me a lesson. But you know what that triggered in me? That triggered out Super Saiyan. Super Saiyan. You know what? I'm not going to sit back anymore. That kind of pissed me off. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go get the flag. I know a lot of people don't see this, but I got a lot of captures. And I don't always capture just to kill and build up my score streak. Sometimes I capture because I want to win. Now look at this technique, what I'm going to do. I'm going to get the map, but I'm going to feed off my teammates. Look, there's a bomb and run to kind of clear people out. I'm going to go ahead and put a trip mine here because they like to come from that direction. There are no teammates over there, and that's why I turned back and came over here. Now look at the mini map. There's somebody shooting over there to my right. I know they're on that side. I'm waiting for these guys to come this way, and I'm looking at my teammates. My teammates are engaged. Look, one teammate, look at him. He's fighting, he's fighting, he's fighting. He died. Look. And there's 2 teammates going at it right there to the left. So now I know it's clear. So they didn't clear it out, and I'm always watching the kill feed. Look, they're still shooting over there to the right. I don't know if you were watching the mini map, but you can see them shooting to the far right. My teammates cleared out to the left. Now the only thing is I want to come around this corner because my teammates are pushing back to right. Look, see, he died on the right. That lets me know he's engaging. I'm watching the mini map the whole time. Once again, look, my teammates are shooting to the right. They're shooting to the far right. I have a teammate behind me, a trip mine behind me. I just got to look for the spots they could possibly be because they were here earlier. And guess what? I played the mini map. I played my teammates, and you know what? Touchdown! Yes, I can be a team player too. I don't only have to get kills. And that's for you haters. No, I'm just playing. Everybody say, forget the haters. I'm not really thinking about them, but I want to show people when I play, if I have to beat objective player, I'll beat objective player. If not, I'm going to put you, as Jimmy Dean say, in the body bag. Drop that beat. Oh, it's too late for that. All right, you guys, this is Seiken. Hey, Phone Teasy, shout out, my bro. I am out. Let's go.